last Friday, you guys know that I was out of town, but I recorded a Facebook Live, not live, and I don't know how many people or who watched it, but if you did, we did this, which was a casing from the annual catalog. So you guys don't forget about the annual catalog. It's still amazing and has awesome things in it as well. And there's some Christmas in here too. But we cased the little simple one right here using Free as a Bird and the rectangular postage punch. Postage stamp punch, I think is the name. I don't know, it's a long name. And we use that. So tonight I wanted to recreate these two cards, but because I don't have the embossing folder that they used, we're gonna substitute, and I don't have the designer series paper that they used here either. So we're gonna substitute that as well. Also, if you got my newsletter, it went out early this morning, and also on my blog, I posted links for the recipes for the samples that are in the annual catalog and in the holiday catalog. Hey, Megan. So if you want the recipes on what they use, what all exactly the cards, not the cards, but the color of cardstock, the color inks, your tools and all of that stuff, it's listed in there. And on some of them, they even got a little brief explanation on how they did it. But I'm going to show you how to do them. We're just going to do a little bit of substitution on a couple of them. But they are note card size. So these two I just cut down to note card size, which is 7 by 5, scored at 3.5. But I went ahead and I pulled out some note cards because they actually used the note cards and then just layered them. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. So we're going to go ahead and use our bone folder. I'm going to take a sip of coffee if you guys don't mind. I hope you guys have your favorite drink with you. It's so good. I have caramel macchiato. Is that how you say that? That's been my favorite creamer lately. I am looking forward to when Christmas gets a little closer, because then I will get my absolute favorite, which is peppermint mocha. That's my favorite. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is this one right here. And I'm going to hope and pray that I can remember the little steps. It's not hard. So we have our note card, which you can buy in a pack that comes, I think it's 20, and you get the note cards and the envelopes. So, which is a pretty good deal, and they are mailable. It is a size that you can mail. So we have that. Then I have a piece of, oh, I always forget the name of this, apple cider, cinnamon cider. Cinnamon cider. This is cut down to 3.5 by 5. Then we have our scrap for our stamping and our punching, and then we have another piece of cinnamon cider, and this is, what is this? This is 3.5 by 3. 3.5 by 3. I will post the measurements. If I don't put them on Facebook, I will put them on my blog. So you can definitely find them on my blog. So that's that. And then we have another piece of designer series paper. And this is from, oh goodness, I have forgotten the name of that. That is that really funky one that I really like a lot. It is Playful Patterns or something. Playing with Patterns. So this is a piece from that, Playing with Patterns, and we're going to use that. We're also going to be using some linen thread. And let's go ahead and get started. So I am going to put those aside. So the first thing that I did was I took our cinnamon cider layer, I ran it through the embossing machine. So instead of using the one that they used, which is, the one they used is, Linda, you might know what it is offhand. I can't think of the name of it all of a sudden. You know, I should take the time to write all these names down. what? I don't. What do they call that when you're organized but you're not organized? It's chaotically organized. That's me. I don't even know if that's really even a word, or if that's even whatever you call it. I don't know. But it is Tasteful Textile, I believe, is what they used. But I am using the Subtle. So that's the one that we're going to use tonight. So I wanted it to like pop some. So what I did was, you can see it's got gook on it, is I took the Cinnamon Cider ink pad and I just carefully just kind of brushed it on there, just kind of put it on there to where I had the amount of ink that I wanted on there, and then I carefully laid my card stock on there, and then I just ran it through the embossing machine. So that's all I did to get that look. Okay, so I'm going to close that up so that I don't mess it up. So we're going to take that, and then I'm going to bring in our 3.5 by 3 inch, and then we're going to bring in some of our scrap paper, and I don't need that one. I'm going to move this to the side. I am going to bring in, I'm going to use Smoky Slate. I believe what they used was, why does my mind just totally forgot all the names to everything? I can't remember the name of it. It's the other really light gray. It's a beautiful gray. It's like a brown gray. And I really can't think of the name of it. So I'm inking that up, and I didn't really need to ink the whole thing off. I'm stamping it off so that it's not so dark. And then I'm just going to stamp it. Actually, I'm going to stamp it on this side here. So just like so. And I want to leave room to be able to use my punch, because all I want to punch out is the bird and a little bit of the leaves and stuff. So that's that. And then we're going to close this up because I don't think I need that. Yes, I do. I need it for the hello. So I'm going to ink up my hello. And we're going to stamp our hello right down towards the bottom, just like that. And then we're going to close this up. All right, so I've got that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some watercolors here, our watercolor pencils, and I am using the Old Olive, the Daffodil Delight. I might use some of the Basic Gray. Early Espresso, I don't need the red, and the Pumpkin Pie. Those are the 4 main colors that I'm using. I may throw in some of the Basic Gray. And then I have my blender pen, and we are just going to do some simple little coloring here. So I am just going to color in the leaves using the Old Olive. It does not have to be perfect because our blender pen is going to blend it out. I think that's probably good. And then you guys, I am feeling so scatterbrained today. Been on the run. I am just going to come in with my Early Espresso. And I'm not worried about coloring these over here because they're not, you're going to punch it. So those won't even be on there. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of Pumpkin Pie just to come around the bottom, just like so. And then, let me see, what other color? I'm going to use the Early Espresso for our bird. So we're just going to, I'm not going to color all of the bird, just some of it. Just like that. We may add some color. It's always better to go less with your color because you can always add a little more. I'm going to put a little bit of Pumpkin Pie in there. And let's see, our Daffodil Delight for our little flowers. We're going to color those. Okay, so thanks you guys for taking your Friday night out to spend with me. It really does mean a lot. Okay, so now we are going to color in our little flowers, just like so, except for I want to put some pumpkin pie in the center of them, just like that, and then I'm just going to blend that out a little bit, like so, and then I'm going to wipe off my blender pen, come in and blend the leaves. Just like so. Wipe that off, and then I'm going to come in, and I think my blender pen is drying out on me. Just like that. And then we're going to color in. I got a little more orange on our bird than what I wanted, but it's okay. It's all good, right? Each one's going to turn out to be a little different anyway. Wondering if I could use the other end, if that will work a little better. Let me take some brown. And our blender pen. It's not really, I think it is drying out on me. Ah. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to take a little gray and just kind of come in there a little bit too. Just like that. Okay, so that's good enough. All right, so now I am going to just punch this out. I'm going to kind of get him towards the bottom. Wait, how do they do it in here? Because on the other one, yeah, towards the bottom a little bit. So right about there, we're gonna punch him just like that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut out our little hello. I'm just gonna use some paper snips and cut out our little hello. Just like so. So on our one that we did last week, we just stamped the hello. But this one, we're just gonna make it, we're gonna step it up a little bit, so we're just gonna cut that out because we're gonna pop it up. And I forgot the beak, so that is what I used the red for. I wanted the beak to really stand out. So we are going to put a little red in that and just blend that out. Okay, so there we go. We've got that, we've got that. Now what we've got to do is, I'm going to bring this book in here so that I want that red to be a little bit darker than that. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to place this where we want it. This is the best way that I have found for myself. You may find a different way that works better for you, but I don't see a pencil, so I will use the brown. And what I'm going to do is just place this about where I want it to go, and then I'm going to just make me a little mark that is going to hide. You won't see it, but it will kind of give me an idea where I want to stamp at. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the leaf from the Free as the Bird. Did I tell you we were using Free as a Bird? I can't remember if I did or not. And then we're going to bring in the cinnamon cider, and we're going to ink up our leaf. And I am just going to stamp our leaves where I know that my leaves are going to go outside, and I probably should have stamped off, but I think it will be all right. I think I'll stamp that one off, and then I'm going to come in right about there, and then this one is going to come down a little bit further. So I have my marks where I know my postage stamp is going to be. So I'm just going to go like that. And I'm not worried about the center with all the crisscross of the stems because this is going to cover that just like that. And we're going to pop that up. And then we are going to do some baker's twine and the designer series paper. Okay, so that is going to go right there, just like that. Okay, well, that's crooked, but something like that. All right, so there we go. And so I want to put this, so they actually use the Bumblebee gingham ribbon, but I am using this designer series paper. This is from the Playful Patterns, doggone it, I already forgot the name of it. Hey, Nikki. So we are going to go ahead. I'm going to put this on the back side of this, just like so. This is going to go from here to here. I know that's crooked, but I am going to straighten it up. And you guys know me, I always trim things off. So we are okay there. Whoops. Come on, just like so. I want it to come down just a little bit more though, like that. Okay, so now we're going to trim this off. Like so. And then we're going to adhere that to our embossed piece. Right like so. And I can't tell if they have this popped up or not, so I think I am going to pop it up. No, I'm not. I'm going to glue this down. I can't tell if they do or not, and I actually didn't read to see if it said in the recipes if it did or not, but it's okay if it's not identical. I just used it for inspiration. So that's what you guys can do too, is just use these things for inspiration. The that is really crooked. The samples in the catalog, just inspiration. They don't have to be identical to it. Unless you really like it the way that it looks, which a lot of times I do. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So I always just, when I see something like that, I do case it pretty much exactly. Okay, so now I am going to take our baker's twine, or linen thread, I'm sorry, not baker's twine. I'm wrapping it around. I'm going to tie a bow. I am going to get my glue dots so that I can hold this down. I got a couple of them. They came off. Too many. Come on, stick on there. Okay, so I'm just going to roll it in a little ball and stick it right about where I want my bow, which is right there. And then I am going to push that down. And see, that holds that string for me so that I can tie a knot and then tie a bow. You can just tie a bow, but sometimes they come apart. So if you tie a knot first, it holds a little better. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tie a knot first, like so, and then I'm going to tie a bow. Attempt to tie a bow. Okay. Megan, are you still at your mom's house in North Carolina, or are you in Florida? Okay. Well, all right, so there we go, just like so. We're almost done with this. Just going to give those a little bit of a trim. And then we're going to bring our card base in. I still got that thing crooked. I don't really want it straight. Okay. And we're going to glue that down. Just like so. And just kind of try to get this on here the best that we can. Line it up. Just like so. Looks good to me. There we go. One more thing is the hello right here, and we're going to glue that down too. Come on. And we're going to stick the hello right here, just like so. Just like that. And there we go. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not, but that's the one we just did. And then here we go. So pretty cool, huh? The bird is a little bit better coloring than mine, but it's okay. All right, so now we're going to go to the next one. And the next one is stepped up even more. So we have our card base here. Got ink on that, sorry. It's going to be covered anyway. Oh, I did not score that straight or cut it straight. How in the world did that happen? Who knows? Okay. I don't like that. Let me cut another one. I really hate when I do that. I get into a hurry, a big hurry actually, and then I don't cut things straight. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I gotta find my trimmer too. I know I brought it over here. Or did I? Huh. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Okay, so sorry guys. All right, so I know that I cut this one crooked, so I'm going to see if I can't. Yeah, I cut it way crooked. So I want 5, right like so. And I'm sure that I probably could have cut it the other way to get way more out of it. And then I need 7, just like that. And then I want to score this at 3.5. And hopefully this is cut straight this time around. Okay, try this again. There we go. All right, so now we have this piece here. This one I just ran through the Subtles embossing folder. I did not do the coloring on it because I just thought it was going to have a lot going on already. So I chose not to do that. So, but I do have our piece of designer series paper, and this is cut at, cut the same size, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, so it's 3.5 by 3, and it's going to go right there. Then we have our designer series paper here too. This designer series paper is from the Flowers for Every Season. So it's going to go on the bottom here. So we're going to put some glue. Isn't this side pretty too? It's so pretty. Okay. And we're just going to stick this on here. Just like, oops. Well, that's going to be a little sticky when it dries. Alrighty. Just like so. It's going to be really sticky. That's okay. I'll just use my glue eraser and get that off of there when it dries good. Okay, so then we are going to just trim this just like so. That's going to go here like that. And let's see here. What else did they do? Okay, so now we got to do some more stamping, and there should be oh, I didn't cut it out. That's why. Okay, so this one, they used the stitched nested labels dies, and this one is the 3rd one from the largest. I'm going to run this through the Big Shot real fast. Hopefully real fast. Try to anyway. So, maybe I will. Here we go. Put that on there, put that, sandwich it on here. And this through. And there we go. All right, so we're gonna cut off part of it, and I'm just gonna trim off about, why can't I see what I'm doing? Right about, I'm just gonna cut off the point and maybe just like a little tiny more, like 1/8 of an inch more. So just like that, okay? And then that is gonna go on there like so. Just like that, all right? But we're not gonna put that on yet because we need our scrap again. So let's use this side of this one, and we're gonna stamp our leaves. And I am gonna use this full strength, I believe. I need to go ahead and punch. Here, I'll use this one. And then this goes on here like that. So we need to have some of our leaves showing. Goes actually like that is what it looks like it does. Okay, so we need some leaves to show. So they have more leaves coming off to the right, which is over here. So I'm just going to stamp down and stamp down, and then they have some, coming down here at the bottom. So we'll just do like that. All right, so we have that. And then we're gonna bring back in our smoky slate. And are you guys still hanging with me? I hope so. Okay. And we are gonna do the same thing again, right here. And I forgot to stamp that off, but that is okay. It will be just fine. I may even like it better. All right, so we're just gonna color in the leaves again, and I'm just gonna do this real fast. Just like that, and the yellow here. So this is really cool how you see how things get stepped up, and it's really easy to do. It's just adding a couple of different things like using dies and punches and papers and ribbons, and like so. I'm going to put just a little bit of orange in that one. And I'm not happy with the way my blender pen is working. It must have be getting dry on me, but we'll make it work. Enough to get through this one. There we go. So just like that, okay. And I'm gonna put a little yellow in him too, just a little yellow right in there. Okay, and then we're gonna put some orange in the center of our flowers, like that, and we're gonna blend those. Just like that. And then our leaves. All right. just like that. And then we're going to come in with our brown early espresso. It's pretty easy to color these things. It's not hard at all. All right, and then I'm going to take just a teeny bit of orange right along the bottom. And I'm not worried that it went out of the lines a little bit because it's kind of like watercoloring in a way. So then we're going to bring our punch. Oops, we need to stamp our hello. So I'm going to stamp our hello over here. So we're going to stamp our hello just like that. We're going to punch out our bird. Just like, gotta make sure that it's straight. I hope I'm in the camera. I keep forgetting to look up to see. Scattered brain, I guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and trim this. Well, thank you. They are pretty. Like I said in my recorded live, not live, these cards really caught my eye, and they were a big part of why I got the postage stamp punch, or the rectangular postage punch. It was because of these cards. I really thought they were very, very pretty. Oops. Well, we're going to leave that alone before I mess it up. Okay, so that is going to go right across here again. And we're just going to glue that on there. And see, it's even going to cover up where I kind of went over out of the line a little bit. So now you won't even know that I did go out of the line. And we're going to pop this up, and we are going to just pop that. Oops, I got to take the backings off. Oh, good. Thank you, Lynette. Okay, so this is going to go right here, just like that. Okay, so now we need to glue this down. The same way that we did the first one, just like so. Okay, I think that is, this needs to come down more, but I think it's pretty dried. All right. Wonder if I can trim that. I think I can. See, you can always fix your mistakes, most of them anyway. Okay, so there we go. So now I need to wrap our baker's twine around that. And actually, we're going to go ahead. No, it has to be wrapped. It has to be wrapped first. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to wrap this right around here. I don't think I need that much. Okay. I am going to give that a trim. And we're going to tie another bow. Or a knot and then a bow. Or a bow. I know I need my glue dot, because if I don't, it will be all wonky. It will be loose. It won't be tight. So I'm just stick that right about there. I'm not going to tie a knot this time. I'm just going to go for it and tie my bow. Okay, so here we go, just like that. Kind of straighten our bow out a little. Just like that. Okay, and then this is going to get a trim I won't throw these pieces away, because, especially this one, because I could probably use it for something, I'm sure. Okay, now we're going to come in with this piece here, and we're going to pop that up too. And that is going to be, I think I'm going to use 3. So we'll put one here, and actually we'll use more. Like so. I think that will be okay. Yeah, so it's going to go right like that. Okay. It's going to go right there. All right, there we go. What do you think? I think it turned out really cute. Oh, wait, we got one more step. So I went ahead, because I know that watching me fussy cut is not the best thing in the world or the most fun thing in the world. So I went ahead and I stamped these out, and I used the basic gray, or I'm sorry, the smoky slate, and I colored them the same way I colored those, with the Daffodil Delight and the orange, the pumpkin pie. So we're going to pop those up, and I'm going to just use our mini dots. But actually, let me show you something. It looks like, and I could be wrong, but even if I'm not wrong, this is really kind of a neat thing to do. If I can find my stylist really fast. Well, where? We'll use this one. Okay, so this is just one I have laying around. I'm going to bring in this because I don't know where my piercing mat is. I'm just going to take this flower and push down in the center like that. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one, just like so. And the same thing with this one, just like that. All right, so doesn't that make that a little neater? It looks really cool. Okay. So now we're going to just pop those up with the mini dimensionals on each one of those, just like so. Like so. And then we're going to pull off the backing of these. Well, maybe we will. Come on. There we go. And we are just going to place these. So this one will go here. And this one will go here. And this one will go right down here. Alrighty. Just like so. Just like that. So now we need to glue it to the back of our, or to our card base. Oh, I thought I was done. I wasn't. Oh, I know. Isn't that a cool little trick? It's just one of those things you learn along the way. And I love the way that it just adds a little something extra to your flowers, and it's really simple to do. So come on, slide, slide, slide. There we go. This one's just a tad bit longer. It'll be all right. We could do a little trimming too, but I don't know if I'm really going to worry about that little bit or not. I think it will be fine. Okay. There we go. All right, so we went from simple, very simple and easy, very pretty, to a little more stepped up, a little fancier, very pretty, to really stepped up. But neither one of them none of them were hard at all. They just added a few more steps is all it was. You watched me do it. Just a little extra stamping for the flowers. The same amount of stamping for the leaves, just we used more product. This one we just used an extra piece of cardstock. This one we cut out using a die cut. We used the stitched nested framelits dies. We used the postage, a rectangular postage stamp, and instead of stamping the hello, we cut it out just to add a little bit extra to it. We wrapped around with baker's twine and linen thread, and that's it. So what do you think? Yes, they're beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm wondering if maybe I should have just let the flowers not be popped up. I think maybe. Okay, because when you pop them up, they kind of tend to go a little flatter. I wonder if I could, I think I do like them flat, so instead of popped up. That's the beauty of this. You change your mind and you fiddle around and you just can make them do what you want them to do. Yeah, I like it flat. All right, so, but I'm not gonna see if I can get this off of here. And I think I wanna make that stand out a little more. There we go. And come on, my glue is getting low. Oh, I forgot to remind you guys about class. Class is at the end of the month. We're back to our last Thursday and Friday of the month. So class this month will be the 24th and the 25th. Thursday evening at 6:30 and Friday morning at 10:30. So don't forget to RSVP. You can RSVP on the events, under events for that particular date. And yes, it's going to be fun. So all the information is in the events too under that particular class. And then September's is, I haven't created the event yet, but it is going to be the last Thursday and last Friday of the month. Let me see what date that's going to be real quick. It is going to be September 24th and 25th. Wait a second. What did I say? Today's, oh no. This month's class is the 27th and 28th. So it's August 27th at 6:30 and August 28th at 10:30. And then next month is the 24th and 25th. I sure hope I didn't put the wrong dates in my newsletter. Uh-oh. But it is September 24th and 25th. So, but I will create the events for that. And I know I have the right date on my events. So just go to the events on Facebook page and everything is there. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's live. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much. And remember that you can still give me a thumbs up, a heart, laughy face, wow. If you want to, you could give me a sad or a mad face. And also you can share, and which really does help me out. And you can comment and I will see the comments and I will answer any questions that you have. So thank you again, you guys. I don't want to be repetitive, but anyway, if you guys place an online order for this month, the hostess code is URNFV3SH. Don't forget to use your hostess code coupons if you receive those. You should have already if you have. And don't forget, this month is the month to redeem them. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you soon. Doodly-doo.